Ollie Solskjaer was the manager, Warren Joyce was the assistant. They basically said all the reserves are available for loan. If any club wants to take them, you don't have to. I don't think they would have had to pay any wages. They don't have to play. There's no restrictions, but just to as a taster of what it's like in a first team environment, basically any club can take them. And we had one game left before the final game before we had this big break, and I don't think I had. There was me and a couple of other defenders. No one really takes young defenders, do they? On load, it's difficult, isn't it? The strikers, wingers, midfielders, anyone will take them. There's no risk, but there was a couple of us who we didn't have any, and we had played one game, and Les Parry was at the game. It was against Blackburn. It was at, I think it was at Widnes. Yeah, pretty sure it was at Widnes's ground, and I think we were playing Blackburn, and I just got remember straight after the game, the reserve manager called me up as soon as I got home and said, Les Parry, Tranmere Rovers manager, was at the game. He wanted to take you on loan, and I was just like you say, it was for me, it was like the perfect one for me. They were League One. It was my team. It was back. Well, I was living at home anyway. It was sort of like that special feeling that's the first club that I joined as a kid, and for me now to be able to look whatever happens to say that I made me professional debut for Tranmere. You know what a good feeling for the kid from the Whittle. So yeah, I remember absolutely buzzing. I think I spoke to Les. I think that would have been a Tuesday. The lads we would have had the Wednesday off. And he called me up on the Wednesday. I think just sort of give me the details of the time. He said, I was at the game on Tuesday night. Thought you'd done really well. Just come, you'll enjoy it. And I actually I remember Warren Joyce saying to me, again, because the message was, you just lads, just go get what it's like to play for 3 points. You know, be in that environment where players are playing for mortgages and what it means to win and keep people in jobs and all this side of it. And Warren Joyce was amazing at that. But obviously, we'd only been in the youth team reserve. We were all 18, 19, so we never had that feeling before. So it was more of a development thing. And Tranmere had won on the Tuesday. I can't remember off the top of my head who we were playing, but Tranmere had beat someone on the Tuesday night, on the Saturday, sorry. And I think it was 2-1. Ian Goodison played and Jermaine Granderson were the centre backs, I'm pretty sure. And I remember Warren Joyce saying, you won't start on Saturday, but just go and get the experience. I think you'll probably be on the bench because they've just won at the weekend. So we won't change the team. And I came in, and I think Jermaine Granderson had picked up a knock and he got injured. So everything was just perfect. Like I said, it was my team. It's where I'm from. It was going to be my professional debut. I was actually going to start where I wasn't expected to, and yeah, it was that is special for me. Even now when I look back, and I think that was the team that, you know, when everyone, who did you make your debut for? For me to say Tranmere means a lot.
I'm just looking at the game. It was a 1-0 win at Bristol Rovers that you talk about, and Tranmere fans will be remembering it because it was the game where Dale Jennings announced himself on the stage with that goal. And you're right, Jermaine Granderson came off at half-time with an injury, so obviously they needed a centre-half. How much did you know of, well, you obviously knew of Les. Did you know Les at all before you came into the club? Had you crossed paths?
Well, yeah, Les was obviously, I never crossed paths with him because, again, I was so young when I was at the club. But I'd heard a lot about him as a character. Obviously, he was the physio when I was as a kid. He'd been a physio there for many, many years, and he done an amazing job. I think the season before I would have joined to keep the club up. So yeah, again, a bit like a Warwick Rimmer type figure, legendary figure at the club, and I'd never crossed paths with him, but I just liked him. When he spoke to me on the phone, he was just a good fella. Like I was talking about Glenn Salmon, similar. More than, for me, you know, tactics mean a lot and all the training, but just being a good person and having a good character means so much more. And, you know, that's exactly what Les was. And yeah, he was he done amazing for me, really. When I look back, he gave me that chance to make my debut and sort of put when you're going on loan, you just sort of put yourself on the map. And I think when I returned to United, you sort of boost yourself up so much because you've actually had a sample of actually playing first team football. And, you know, I'll forever be thankful for Les for that, really.
Tranmere were in a bit of an odd time when you go. As you say, Les had just kept them up the year before after the John Barnes debacle 12 months before you joined. He then gets the job permanently, but if we're being honest, his task was only ever to try and keep Tranmere in League One. It was never to go up or down. It was literally just to try and tread water and keep their heads above for as long as they could. So I wonder what kind of you noticed about the club from being a young age, and what you kind of would have thought about their aspirations when you went in.
No, it was exactly that. I mean, I can remember as a fan, I'm pretty sure Tranmere were in the Championship at one point, but it was many, many years before that. And again, I always think it's important for clubs to know what they are. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to, Crewe, Alexandra are always going to just play kids and try and sell them. That's their aim. And I think at that time, Tranmere's was to just survive. They wouldn't have had the biggest budget in the league. And there's nothing wrong with that. You see teams be successful and punch above the weight. And at the time, that was the remit, was just to sort of hang in there, survive, stay in the league. They were still in League One. And because quite often, if that doesn't happen, you can see the slippery slope that can happen. That obviously, Tranmere know all too well with getting back-to-back relegations and going through that tough time. So, yeah, it was great. It was a good challenge. But again, there was nothing wrong for me with the aspirations of, listen, we just got to survive here with it. We're having a bit of a sticky patch, maybe budgets weren't where someone like Les would have wanted them to be. But you know what, you roll your sleeves up and you make do with what you've got. And I think that is the Tranmere way, really.